Say them scholars got them chocolates opening, got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focus.
Coach, from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Foles. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. Third down here.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Foles. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got Fuller. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They keep it with Miller on first down. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson's throw here complete to Waring. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watch twist! Watch twist! 24! Check 43!
A first down carry down for Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the Jaguars' 16-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Here we go, D. All day.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6? Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A give to Hyde out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Set. 19. Switch. 26.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, so Trevor Daniel on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just like that.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Switch.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, boys, come on. Hey, watch 12.
Foles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 6. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, check Mike.
There's Foles. Flushed out right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Line 15. You.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again, Watson. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. We got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Come to the forward. Line up.
Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try to extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
13.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
And he loses the football a second time. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way down to the 37. A big run by the big man Fournette. 43 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? What we got, what we got, what we got?
They're going to look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Here we go. 180. 15. 65. Throw.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll give Fournette another crack. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
180. Deeper. Go. Don't be mad. Hey, Charlie. You draw Corker.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Down to lose one. No.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Open man is QT, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check back.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Leonard Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
A big run by the big man Fournette, 52 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. To try again after the sack. Foles under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
13. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, wahoo! 24, check 24. Nice 13. He's coming. 13. Watch a slap.
He'll look to throw. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Mike's 15. Hey, that's good.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Check Mike 6. Check tight. Wide motion.
Here we go.
Now Foles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the field.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Keke QT, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Now it's Watson, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Fournette. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were trying to set up that screen, try to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen, guys, so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there from the Texans. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Again, it's Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Fournette. Busts through the tackle. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now Watson. This is caught. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
A gain on the play. Complete to Eric Ebron. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Bang, bang. 61, matchbox 2.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller in the final minute. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Down 4 late got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm here all day. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
Kick! Kick!
13, Mike 13. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Recon, 132 fighter. 13, 13.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
We can't be stopped.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the 4th quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for Houston, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.